And by the way, Lions are the focus. I mean, at what point are they going to have to pay people to watch the Pistons? Oof. Ooh-wee. All right.
When I heard the stat that in the last calendar year,
Oh, you like that?
the Lions have more victories than the Pistons. And you're like, no, wait.
Yeah, that follows the stat I gave you.
Yeah.
Since the start of the 1920 season, the Pistons are 83 and 233. That's 20 games worse than the second worst team in basketball. Tonight they play the Denver Nuggets. It should go great. All right.
Mistakes were made.
To the people, this is exciting, except Rico's telling me it's not.
It's exciting. It's just bigger fish to fry out there. It's concerning.
No,
you won
it's
the game.
confidence building that you can win when you're not playing your A game.
Not when you're playing the Bears.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to Dan. Dan, how are you, sir?
Hey guys, hey Rico. I'm trying to get the psychology of this because we're 8-2, we're at the top of the NFC, and my wife always says this about the Lions the last 10 years. It's like that deadbeat dad that comes back, misses all your birthday parties, and this year he comes back and he's got a new wife, he's got a new job, everything. You just haven't accepted that yet. I think you're still living in the past. You still think he's the deadbeat dad.
No,
this is the new Lions. It's okay.
Dan, that's not it.
I used to.
No, that's not it.
Okay,
I do think that you're the new Lions, but you still have the same problem. And I'm not talking about 10 years ago. I'm just talking within the last 2 years. Is mobile QBs just torches this defense?
Yeah, but Justin Fields has run for over 100 yards the last 3 games, and we beat him every single game. I mean, it's a problem, but we're still that's one of the only problems we have. I think this is a pretty complete team, and to say that they're not Super Bowl contenders, I think it's preposterous.
Because you're gonna have to play at least 4. You're gonna have to play at least 4. There's 4 mobile QBs in the playoffs as of now. You're gonna have to play some of them. When you played Seattle for the last couple of years, doesn't turn out too well. When you played Philly, didn't turn out well.
Is a mobile QB? I don't really think he's a mobile QB. Geno Smith just killed us in the pocket this year. They just killed us with short throws.
Right, but Geno Smith on the third down can go pick it up just like that. And you weren't stopping.
Yeah, he looked great yesterday.
Do you know what? They weren't playing the Lions. Because they played the Lions, they would have beat them. Playing that game, they would have beat them.
The point that Dan is making, and I'll expand on it. Mobile QBs kill everybody. Who shuts down mobile QBs? They can't. They break the code in the NFL. This is an offensive football team.
You said my defensive line is good enough. We're not going to make any trades.
I didn't say that.
Not you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about this team. So therefore, I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is still problematic.
I don't like the emphasis he put on you.
I'm
not talking about you.
Says the same man who's going to get a back scratcher.
Go to Brandon 97.1. Brandon, what's going on, buddy?
Well, it was exciting, but, I don't get how it can be exciting when Rico calls us the Minnesota Vikings from last year. That's not even what this team is at all.
I told him it's slanderous.
No, I didn't call you the Vikings. I'm saying if you're happy with winning games like this, then I'll introduce you to the Vikings.
Well, I think Brad Holmes, believes in this defense can do what we did at the beginning of the year, and I don't think that's why we didn't make a trade move. I know we're getting James Houston back probably January and CD Ducey same time, but I just think that this shows the Lions can win in different ways. This was like an old vintage Stafford fourth quarter drive, so I just think that the ways we're winning is very important later down on the season. That proves we can win different ways.
Brandon, if you think you're going to make it far in the playoffs, giving up 29 points a game, well, God bless you.
But we just showed you we can get in
the
shootouts.
That's nowhere near a playoff team.
Time out, guys. Hold on. Everybody calm down. Brandon, I want to help you. Rico, I don't want to talk to you, but I'm going to help both of you. This is a week-to-week league. Go through the next time you're sitting on the can, pull up every week of the NFL season, you're going to see a WTF result. Okay. So you saying it's the Bears has no value. Anybody can beat anybody in this league.
Right. I said for the last 4 weeks, Mike. Is it WTF every 4 weeks for these teams?
What's wrong with their win against the Chargers? What's wrong with that?
Mike, I'm saying I didn't say it was something wrong. I said I'm concerned because your defense is giving up 29 points a game. I don't know what's so hard for people to understand this.
If we can put up those points, though, it doesn't matter how good our defense is. Our defense has enough talent to get key stops and plays like against the Chiefs and branch that pick six.
Look,
and Mahomes was a mobile quarterback, and we stopped him.
All I want to say is this, okay? And Rico's going to yell at me, Brandon. I'm prepared for it. I'm a big boy. I'm not interested in just this small sample size. Look, on the whole, it's a 10-game season. Mm-hmm. Do you know they're top 5 in DVOA? Now, DVOA is the expected, like how you perform in expected situations. The Charger game's a great point to me. The whole game was played on 4th down, hyper aggression. Mm-hmm. It's very difficult in those moments to come up with pure, as you would, stops. I'm not going to kill them. They didn't play well. They had a bunch of turnovers. Why can't I just say, look, it's important to win in a multitude of ways?
Mike,
and they have.
It is. I'm not talking about right now. You're going to win the division. It's a bad division. I'm looking at, you get to the playoffs, you can't do this and win games. This is where you get disappointed. And then it's going to be like, wow, I can't believe I really thought this team was going to do something. I see concern. Okay, yes, you beat the Bears. You could call it whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to call the Bears a really bad team, but you beat them. Don't apologize. But if you're thinking you're doing this in the playoffs, it's going to be an early exit for you. Yes, everybody can have a bad game, but this defense is having a bad month. But I guess that's okay because you win games against bad teams.
No. And let me correct myself. They're 9 in defensive DVOA, 5 in offensive. I view it, if you're top 10 in both, you are one of the league's elite. I don't downgrade them against the Chargers as much as you do. And yesterday, look.
No, I'm not downgrading them against the Chargers because you went on the road and you got it done. That was, to me, that was your WTF game where, you know what? It was a video game and you pulled it out, but now it's like, come on. This is the Bears.
All right,
you're at home.
If they don't look better against the Packers, do this show.
Okay.
I think you're overreacting a little bit. That's coming from somebody who likes to overreact.
No, I'm not overreacting. You asked me, was it confidence to concern? I chose concern. Now, you chose to put me on the opposite side and make me the villain.
No.
Because I said concern.
You don't act like a Michigan fan. You don't get to play the victim here.
I get to play the victim.
No, you
What's
don't,
your
Santa.
Experience?
He wins. There's nothing I can say. That was tremendous. We'll get to more of your phone calls momentarily.